Welcome to my channel. I'm Nicole Sierra, and today's video is going to be testing new drugstore makeup. So I have like all of the ColourPop collection, using that eyeshadow palette, some new e.l.f. stuff, especially this new blush that's like everybody is trying and loves, and the new Morphe foundation. So these are some of the big ones, but it's definitely a full face trying drugstore makeup. I did a haul. If you hadn't seen it, I'll insert the haul here. And I got this look using all drugstore products. So if you want to see what products I use to get this look, go ahead and keep on watching, and let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to use is the new Morphe foundation, and this is called the Filter Effects Soft Focus. Okay, so I have worn this foundation before, so I'm going to take like half of a pump. And let's go from there. So the last time I wore it, I liked it, but I didn't love it, if you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure you can put together what that means. Honestly, just using the little bit that I did right now, it's not the most blendable because this is like actually really hard to blend. So I'm gonna go ahead with another little pump of it. I'm gonna put here, here, here. I can't remember if it was like the most long-wearing foundation. You know what? I want to say yes. And I'm getting confused with the e.l.f. like CC cream. Like their one that looks just like the CC cream. That one, not long wearing at all. This one was like long wearing. It did last like the whole night. I'm hoping if like I'm taking the Morphe setting spray and I'm kind of just like dabbing it all over. And hopefully this brings back like a little bit more of the dew, because honestly, like, my skin hasn't been as dry as other winters. Has anybody else noticed that? Like, do you have dry skin? Or like, have you noticed that like over the years, or just specifically this year for some reason, I'm not as dry as I used to be. I mean, winters used to be rough, like really actually rough and embarrassing, like how dry my skin would be. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off the face. I don't have like a new cream bronzer, but I love to cream bronze, so. And honestly, like recently I've noticed that like every time I look at pictures and like I'll do cream bronzer, I always think that like I'm placing it high enough, or like, you know, for my face shape, or right where it should be. And I realized that I have this bad habit of putting it actually a little too, like dragging a little too down. So like I really need to start bringing it even higher. But and so I was using the Charlotte Tilbury, what is it called? The contour wand. And this says like easy contour to sculpt your face. And this is like a more pricey product, but like not gonna lie, if I was ever gonna start with the cream contour, I've tried a lot of different like contours, and this one is super easy to use. Even though it looks like, oh shit, that's like a heavy dark color. Just with a few taps, like it's literally, it blends itself. Like there's certain things that I feel like are worth the money when it comes to like high-end things, and certain things that like necessarily aren't. Okay, so for blush, now I'm going to use this cream e.l.f. blush, and these are new, and a lot of people are really talking a lot about these. I feel like for good reason, and this one would be the only one that I would get. This is Turks and Caicos, so I'm going to go ahead and take that on my sponge. Hopefully I didn't do too much. I really dug it in there, so let's hope not. Yeah, so I really dug it in there, and I can't really see it, so I'm going to take it on my finger. I'm going to try this. My dogs are such inside dogs, like, as soon as they're outside for more than 30 minutes, they start to panic and they want to come in. I'm like, girl, it's 50 degrees outside. Be like the rest of us and want to be outside. Nothing's going on back there. Nothing is harming you. You should just enjoy yourself. And she's not alone. Like, I have two dogs that are actually sisters. So, like, play, do something. Get off your tablet. Now let's get into some ColourPop Animal Crossing makeup. This one, I'm going to be using the blush. This is Flower Tender, and this one is like the orange packaging, and it looks like this. I'm not sure if you can tell in this lighting. I'm definitely have to really fix this lighting. But it looks really pigmented, like in the pan, but it honestly, it's really pretty. Like, these in e.l.f. were actually new at Drugstore Makeup, and this was actually like a blush highlight palette. I've actually been using that blush as like a bronzer. Not gonna lie, I feel like you can definitely skip out on these, especially this is a bronzer. I'm not really impressed at all. I'd rather, honestly, I'm gonna use this on my forehead instead of this. I definitely recommend getting the Milani ones instead, because that one has a little bit of a shimmer. And this is the Dolce Baked Bronzer. And this just has like a prettier glow, prettier undertone, much more pigment. I feel like that one I was applying, I couldn't See a difference. Okay, time for eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using one of the ColourPop Animal Crossing palettes. This one I think is the most pretty palette out of all of them. This is the little, what is it called? Nook Ink palette. So I'm going to be taking this shade up here, even though it's like a shimmery. Or this one. Before I do that, so I tie the whole look together, I'm going to take, before I do that, I'm going to take my blush and I'm going to put that in the crease slightly. Like this. The glitter is actually really gorgeous. In this lighting, you can't tell. So I'm going to insert a video, but it's super, super pretty. Just a lot of fallout. Put mascara on right now, but I'm not going to do liner because I want my eyes to look like bigger. And when I put liner on, it makes my eyes do the exact opposite. And I'm just adding like a cream color eyeliner to make my eyes look more like open. I have not used the Morphe setting spray in literally probably half a year or more. That was really nice. I'm definitely going to repurchase that. That's my sister's. We have this like current feud going on of like taking each other's stuff. I have tons of makeup, but so like she always takes things. And I don't mind, except like when it's Pat McGrath lip gloss. Kayla. So, like, I took that. Because the thing is that, like, she'll take it and then keep it for months. To the point where I forgot I even had a Pat McGrath lip gloss. And I happen to be in there and I see, I'm like, is that my Pat McGrath that I completely forgot I even owned? Savage. Alright, my look is done. My lip is on. It's a Pat McGrath lipstick in the shade Christy. I'm not a fan of Christy. I never really use it, but since like this blush kind of goes with it, it's more of a pinky, and usually I'm more of like a brownish nude, peachy nude. But this is like cute, giving me spring vibes. And I use a Pat McGrath lip liner, and I felt like it went with the blush. I already said that. Okay. But yeah, overall, like a lot of hits. I would say just no on the e.l.f. little duo thing. No on like all of the ColourPop collection. I feel like just choose your favorites. The Morphe foundation, I feel like it's a good one. I like it the more it sits on my skin. I wanted to go with like a little bit medium coverage type of look, so like I didn't put as much, but it's definitely gives you great coverage. Yes, the Morphe spray, 10 out of 10. Yes to the Nook Ink eyeshadow palettes. Get your favorite color. And I really liked a lot of the stuff. So the drugstore, again, as you know, was a hit. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below for any future suggestions, and I'll see you all in the next one.